Hello everyone. Oh yeah, the mic's not working. Hello everyone. My name is MJ Bochess and welcome to another workflow stream where we'll be going to try and figure out how to rig a desert surfer. Welcome to the stream, Mary Potter. Hopefully I'll be able to share some stuff that would be helpful to you if you ever are dabbling into Blender. But yeah, right here we have the Desert Surfer. This is a proxy model that I made of my CG self for the Journey to Awesomeness. If you don't know what Journey to Awesomeness is, there should be a link in the description below to the main channel where you can watch all of the episodes so far of the Journey to Awesomeness. It's just, a series of 3D animated shorts and like logs and stuff where I'm sharing my journey as I make 3D as I make films and animations, and just going through this journey of mine of becoming one of the great filmmakers, or just being great at doing films. So yeah, that's the Journey to Awesomeness. Just watch it, and this here is going to be used on a new episode that I'm working on of the Journey to Awesomeness, and I need to give it a nice rig so that later when we are animating it, it won't be that of a pain in the butt to animate it because the rig is not great. So yeah, this is the Desert Surfer, and we are going to start doing a rig for it. So yeah, let's do this. First thing I need to do, I think, is to put the Desert Surfer on a separate collection here. Desert Surfer, so that everything that we'll be using for the Desert Surfer, everything that's connected to this model, will be placed in this collection, and that when we, import it to the blend file or the animation file or the work, the file where we're gonna be doing the animation, we're only gonna be, we're gonna be appending or importing the collection, which will make things really easy. So I'm gonna make sure that I've selected collection here. I'm gonna Shift A, and I will add a bone, a single bone, because this is we're gonna be rigging it from scratch manually. There's no like add-ons that we'll be using here. This is gonna be all in Blender, and yeah, we're gonna try and figure out how to properly rig this thing to make it more awesome. So I'm just gonna go set this to in front so that we always see it. The bones right here in the bone property, Adobe Object Data properties, and we set it to in front so that it's always in front of everything else in the 3D viewport. So I'm just gonna, as you can see, I'm like spamming Control S all the time in a few minutes, because that's just a thing that you need to do when you're animating. But let me just go post mode for a while because I want to test. I want the rotation to be right here, like the main rotation of the the surfer, the Desert Surfer. I'm just gonna move this down here. I want to change this to a B bone instead of a. And maybe we should. Maybe I'll stick to octahedral for this one. Well, we're gonna be changing a bunch of stuff as we do this thing. So we have a B bone there. I did save a backup of this before it was edited, but tell you what, just to make sure, I'm gonna save a backup. Backup 005 now, and as you can see, there's a bunch of backups. It's always important to save a backup. We're gonna go back to the original file, Desert Surfer. We don't want to be editing a backup instead, and we're just gonna keep going here. Let's see, everything is great in the stream, I guess. Hopefully, if you're watching, if any of you are watching live, tell me if something's wrong. Anyways, let's keep going here. So we have the main bone right here, which we'll name main, actually. And this is going to be, I think I don't want to put too much bone that's not really necessary to be there, because sometimes when you're rigging, you end up putting so much bones, it gets really confusing when you can just, I want to keep it as minimal as possible so that animating later, there's no, you only like move one bone and it does the motion for like the thing that you want. And that's what I'm aiming for the the desert surfer here. So I want this parts right here, this parts to move, because as the render, like depending on how what state the the desert surfer is, this fins they're gonna or wings or whatever they're called. Honestly, I am not sure, but I think they're fins. Jane, thanks. It looks pretty cool, but it's not the best out there, but it looks pretty cool. Anyways, I'm gonna go add the ones for the fins, the bones for the fin. This may be a short rigging video depending on how much crap I talk. Anyways, let's add another bone. So this is the main bone. I want to add another bone right. There's going to be a spot for this fin right here. We're gonna start at the back and then we're gonna go towards the front. So I'm gonna go Control L, numpad period there, and I'm gonna select just so we are focused on this one fin right here for the numpad period. And I wanna add a cursor right here. Cursor selected. Add a 3D cursor right there. I might have to. Never mind. Because the dog's barking. Oh, that's probably on the next house. But yeah, I want to put a 3D cursor there because that's where the pivot point of the bone of this fin is. That's where I want to put it. The pivot point of the bone for the fin. And to test that out, since the 3D cursor is there, I'm just gonna set. I'm gonna Shift S. I think no. It's a period 3D cursor, and it's gonna be rotating like this. Like that. It's gonna be this kind of rotation for this fin. And I'm gonna have to turn off the subdivision surface of this desert surfer for now, just so it doesn't consume so much. Tell you what, I'm gonna just turn that on, but set it to 1. There's still some kind of lag. Oh. So right now, the 3D the render desert is still as the mirror modifier. We're gonna be applying that later on. We just need to do the rig first, and before parenting, we need to apply the mirror modifier. I'm just gonna go tab into edit mode of our armature here for the. Actually, we need to change that. Desert surfer armature. And tab into edit mode. I'm gonna Shift A, and it will automatically add another bone. And since I set the pivot point to 3D cursor, it's rotating right on a 3D cursor. And I'm just gonna go R90 to rotate it 90 degrees from the view angle right here. So I'm just gonna go scale this down, and that's it. That's for the fin top. Oh no, I think I'm gonna go with back top. Fin back top, because it's the fin at the back and it's at the top. So next one, I'm gonna put a 3D cursor right here again at the point right there. Cursor to selected. Test it out. Nice. And then tab into edit mode of the armature. Shift A. And just do the same thing. And I think we really are gonna go for a B-bone here because they're starting to overlap each other. So I'm just gonna select that. I think it was Control Alt S. Was it Alt S? No. Shift Alt S. Nope. Control Alt S. Control Alt S to make them thinner. So that's going to be the fin, back, bottom. Oh, bottom. Dot L. I forgot to add a dot L here. F2. We gotta make sure that it's dot L because these are the ones at the left, and we're gonna be mirroring that later. And that dot L is going to be a huge factor to make the mirroring, really, and to make it work properly. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go and also add a fin on the sides here, which will have a motion like this. Wait, I'm gonna select like the middle part of this here because it's selected, and the motion of this will just be like this. So let's see if it overlaps. The motion of this is also limited. So yeah, didn't really like this is a doodle, the render the desert surfer. So parts of this is not exactly, kind of like, it's not like based on science or physics. So there's these parts probably won't work, even if for a science fiction standpoint, they won't really work in real life. Then again, nothing like this is done in real life, I think. At least nothing that looks like this. But yeah, I did not think of the science of this thing. It's just a doodle, and I kind of just focused on how to make it as cool as I can. And modeling hard surface, robotic kind of stuff. It's not exactly my strongest, talent. But it's here. It looks nice. I might have to actually edit this fin right here to like really put that deeper there, like inside the surfer, like the main body of the surfer, so that it doesn't like show the thing. It doesn't show like that. But then again, we won't have this kind of, this fin won't go that far. It will only go up to this far. We're gonna be setting it up that way so that it would look great when we're, it will look great. So I'm gonna go Shift S, cursor to selected, and I'm gonna select the armature again, tab to edit mode, and use Shift A. Control Alt S. And we're gonna go to the front view here and just follow the angle of our fin here. And also how big it is. So Control Alt S there. We should be good to go for that fin. I will name this fin mid top. And what I'm gonna do for the next one, I think I'm just gonna do the same thing so that it's exactly right on the middle of this thing right here. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm gonna select the armature again, Shift A, add the next one, rotate it following the angle of the bottom mid fin there, and just make it thinner. So there we go. F2, fin, mid, bottom. And last fin would be these 4 pins right here. And since we have mirror mode on, we only have to work on 2 bones, which, it's not that difficult to do, actually. And we're going to select this part right there, selected, so that it rotates like this. Actually, probably not like that. I don't want it to rotate that right there, but I kind of also want to. I want it to rotate there and rotate. Wait. Rotate there and rotate here. Like do this kind of motion. But I think this one's already working. Okay, this one, this fin right here is gonna be the challenging one, I think. But there's probably a way to like rotate it this way, and then when we go rotate like that, it stops, and then it rotates at this point right there. Like at this point right here. It rotates like that. But is there any sense of making it rotate like this? Actually, never mind. We're just gonna rotate it this way. Shift S cursor selected. Just rotate, so it will just rotate that way. So that when we when the desert surfer stops, this fin like goes up like this to kind of like make the wind. I don't know. It's so difficult to explain, but you know, I kind of tried. I'm like trying to still make it like, you know, sciencey or follow the laws of physics and stuff. Because yeah, when a render desert stops, it will go like this, so that it stops the wind from like flowing through the board. And it's just going like that, and you know, I'm not sure if you guys understand what I'm talking about here, but yeah, hopefully you do. But anyways, I've put the 3D cursor there. I'm gonna Shift A. Let's go to the left view here. I mean, right orthographic view. And I'm just gonna rotate it 90 degrees again. And just follow the length of our other fin here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with that. It doesn't have to line up there, to line up with the other one. Because I just want the bones to like perfectly line up on the x-axis. Like this. So that the rotation of these guys are gonna be easy to manipulate, to control. So I'm gonna go put the other one right here on this corner, so that this fin down here, as I said, when it breaks, it will like go with this motion. But then again, it would like that could be another feature of it. Like when it breaks, it would like, you know, hit the ground as well. And this part is going to like really help with stopping the render desert, the desert server. I keep saying render desert because the render desert is going to be the place where this thing is going to be used. Hey there, JStudioPH and Mbuddy, welcome. I am rigging the desert surfer. If you just came in, I am rendering this desert surfer, which will be the main thing that I'll be using for the render desert episode, Doodle Log, for the Doodle Log 006. And it's hopefully going to be great. But yeah, there we go. Kind of looks nice. I mean, not yet, but it will be. And did I rename this? Yes, I did rename this one though. Fin, front, top, dot L. Oh, do not forget dot L. Do not forget dot L. That is dot L. Yes, that's the left of the desert surfer. Fin, front, bottom, dot L. And there we go. We have like the main deform bones of our desert surfer. So I think at this point we can now control Shift S and save a backup again. Because, you know, we want to be able to come back to that point later on if mistakes happen. So we save the backup, Control S, and then I'm going to start parenting our desert surfer here. And then after that, we're gonna move on to the other bones, the control bones, because these are just the deform bones. So I'm gonna apply the mirror modifier here, and I'm gonna be AFK for a while. I need to check what my dog is barking at. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. That's nothing. Just barking at some guy outside the house. We're fine. Let's go. Let's keep going here. I'm gonna apply the mirror modifier now on the desert surfer. Apply now. It's no longer like half a desert surfer. It's also got vertices on the other half, which we'll be needing. And then for the armature, Actually, never mind. We're not gonna parent yet because we need to make the control bones first. So that when we mirror, all of the control bones will also be mirrored. So yeah. What I'm planning for this, actually, for the control bones, let me just pick this one. Shift D. This is the control bone, right? I'm just gonna put one right here. And I want to do it so that by just moving one bone, all of the fins will like do the desired effect that I want. So let's see what we can do here. I'm probably gonna follow the same like rotation and axes of all of the other bones. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna make sure that this bone has the same axes as the bones that are here. So let's see what we can do here. I think the first control bone I'm gonna do. Let me just viewport display axes. Yeah, there we go. Hey, you can change the position of the axes now. Nice. We don't want to fix. We don't want to change the position of that though. Just gonna go R. No. We need to bring back the pivot point, median point. No. What am I doing? R90. Oh, I extruded it. Wait. R90. And there we go. Should have the same axes with the others. I can just go do that. I will have to move this right here. This is going to be the main thrusters control. Like these guys right here. So F2, main thrusters. So I'm not really sure. I'm just like kind of theorizing here how this rig will work. So I'm going to Shift D this, put this on top. Shift D, put one at the bottom. So F2, fins, top, F2, fins, bottom. So you'll see what I'm trying to do here in a sec. I want to parent all of this to the main bone. Control B, keep offset. Main thrusters, right here. Okay. So now, I'm just gonna uncheck position here. Let's see. And then I'm gonna go and I think the first thing I want to do is add. I'm gonna go to armature modifier here. Actually, we need to go to post mode to do that. Post mode, so that the bone constraints will come out. There we go. Post mode, I'm gonna add a limit location. Do I want to add a limit location to this? Maybe I do. I'm gonna go local space here. And check everything. And effect transform so that it doesn't move. We can rotate it, but it doesn't go anywhere. Probably a bad idea though. I want to be able to have as much freedom as I can to animate it. Okay, not limit location. Maybe we're gonna go with limit rotation here. Local space. I want to be able to limit, like, let's see, X location first, max 90 degrees. So that it's 90 degrees max out on the X axis. Right here, and it doesn't go down towards the body of the surfer. As you can see, I'm rotating this, pulling this down, but it's stuck at that point right there, and that's the purpose of the limit rotation. I'm also gonna do the same thing right here. Best way to set this up, we're now rotating at the Z-axis. I think this is Z-axis, since we're looking from the top. I'm gonna rotate it like that, just so we see there's a rotation thing that's gonna come out right at the left corner of the viewport there. And we're gonna take note of that number that comes out, maybe 8.5. I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna go minimum negative 8 point. Wait, is it minimum? or maximum. Let's... Oh, wait. It's the y-axis. Supposed to put one for the z-axis. 8.5. Okay, it's supposed to be max. Negative. Because, you know, going to the left is negative, and going to the right is positive. Like going that way. Let's see. Going this way, negative. Going that way, positive. You know, math and stuff. That's why math is important. Anyways, people still hate it though. Or what's happening here? Wait. Oh, stupid. Negative 8.5. Okay. We're going... I'm gonna try 90 degrees for the maximum here. Okay, that's weird. Is it because the bones rotated differently? Probably. That's why we need to switch. Because it's working backwards. Effect transform. Okay, it's not behaving the way we wanted to. Probably because what we're looking here, the rotation is not in degrees. Let's see if we can change that. Rotation item. I'm gonna try to go with XYZ Euler. That's how like... So RYY is rotation like that. RZZ is supposed to be like this. RX like this. So sometimes it's bone constraints can be really confusing. I mean, are we supposed to be editing? No, it's supposed to be this one. Just switching into Euler did not make it work anymore for some reason. Even 90 degrees rotation is not working. That's weird. Okay, what's happening here? Why can't I move it? If I set this to 90 degrees. Okay. Okay, we're kind of getting... We run into a sort of a challenge here. Lowest Z value to allow. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. No, I'm not sure. If I do this... there we go. This one I think is in degrees. 0.998. Or not. XYZ Euler. So that it's in degrees right there. And I'm going to rotate it right there. Yeah, it is 8.33. So if I go Z, 8.33. Apparently, our bone is on backwards. So, positive goes that way. Negative goes this way. So now, if I add 90 degrees here, this should work. Alt R. Okay, it doesn't want to work. Negative. Oh yeah, positive, negative. So it's got to be negative 90. Positive 8 point... There we go. It works now. But I probably don't want that to be 90 degrees. Maybe just 60. Negative 60. Gotta remember, it's negative 60. We're just gonna adjust that later once we applied, we like parented the surfer to the bones. So we have the limit rotation here. I added that in. Limits the rotation that way. Limits the rotation this way. And I probably also need to limit the rotation for the Y axis, like this rotation. So RY, this is negative something. So the maximum maybe, let's maybe negative 60. RYY. Oh, no. It's probably 60. 60. Okay, it's... No. Minimum rotation. Let me just try and figure this out because our bones rotation. So it cannot rotate this far right here. It shouldn't actually. So I'm gonna go, I guess max 20 degrees, positive. And then minimum, negative 60. Maybe that's, there we go. There we go. Now it works. So what I'm gonna do, we have that limit rotation there. We're going to have to copy the others to be like that, but I'm not gonna do that. It's going to be applied the same way on the others, just limiting the rotation enough to, so that it doesn't go overboard and clip through the other parts of our Desert Surfer here. So I will need to copy all of that, and I think the fastest way to do it is by enabling an add-on. So just to show you, I'm going to show you how to do it. There's an add-on here. Add-on, copy, attributes menu. I'm going to go check that. It should auto-save. So now that's there. And I'm going to go select this, or select this, select that, I think. Let's say Control C, copy selected constraints. Yeah. First we select the bone that we want the modifiers to be copied on, or the constraints to be copied on, and then we select the bone that has the constraints. And then I'm going to Control C. And this copy attributes menu will not come out if you did not, enable the add-on. So I have Control C. We copy selected constraints. We select the constraint that we want to copy, and we go OK. And that constraint will be copied over to the one down here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reverse it. I'm going to go negative 90 here and 0, so that now it's in reverse. I'm also going to go, let's see, I think for the rest it's fine, except for the y-axis. I also need to reverse this. So negative 8.33 and then 60 degrees. No, 60 degrees. There we go. And our z should be the same. Nope, we also need to, apparently. Also, reverse this. Negative 20 and then 60. But it doesn't work. What axis is this? Oh, X. I need to change them to XYZ, all of them. Like the rotation. Okay, apparently our minimum is supposed to be negative 60 or negative 20, and then like that. But it doesn't still work. Apparently it's going to be 20 and negative 60. 20, negative 60. Wait, I was changing the y-axis. I'm so stupid, guys. I was changing the y-axis. It's supposed to be changing the z-axis here. So it's supposed to be minimum. The minimum. Why is negative that way? Yeah. Maximum is negative 60. And this should be 8 without the negative. 8.33 and then negative 60. Alt R, and that's not working apparently. Okay, something's wrong here. Negative 8.33. Alt R. 60. Yeah, it's not. No. We'll figure this out. That way is negative. Oh, it's what? Did I Control Z? Yes, I did. So it's supposed to be maximum, I guess, 4.62, 4.6. Minimum is -60. So there we go. Finally, it works the way we want it to. And that kind of thing, that tedious thing, unless you're a math wizard or something, can calculate stuff in your head really quickly. This part will be kind of challenging. But yeah, we added the limit rotation. That's something I'm going to also add on the other bones, but I won't in the stream, so we can move on to the next part. So now that we have that, I want to like add a constraint to make this follow this bone. I think the best constraint that we can do here, maybe not constraint, maybe, yeah, it is a constraint. So I'm going to go select this one. I'm going to select the one that I'm going to apply the constraint on. Control-Shift-C. I'm going to add a copy transforms. And then we're going to change this to local space. Local space. I'm going to go with after original, like after the original deformation. We can then, it will follow the other one. And I hope that's going to be the case. We probably need to go with local with parent here. Apparently we don't. Well, adding all those limit constraint stuff is a waste of time. It's not even... No, there's a way to make it work, I think. Does it have to be before the bone constraints? No, it doesn't work that way, apparently. Local space. Post space. Global space? No, it's not world space. If it's world space, nothing will happen. So I'm just gonna go with local space. Stick with local space. We should be good to go. Well, the rotation works. Oh yeah, it doesn't. The location doesn't work because we didn't add limit rotation on it. Okay, my bad. It's me being stupid. But anyways, we got that. We can rotate this. Okay, I think we should be good to go with that. We're just adding a copy transforms. Let's see. Okay, this works. And I'm probably gonna copy the rotation. No, I won't, actually. This one will have unlimited rotation. Okay, I think that's good enough. We're gonna do the same thing here. Control-Shift-C, copy transforms, local space, target, local space owner. And there we go. What if... No. There's no what if. We're gonna keep it like that. Yeah, that's looking nice, I think. Maybe this one is going to be front, fins, back, back, top. I'm gonna go to tab into edit mode, Shifty Y. I'll put the next bone right here, I think. Another thing I could test out, actually, before moving on, because like I said, we're trying to figure things out here. So we're going to do some trial and errors. Instead of copy transforms, I'm going to go select that, select the bone I want to apply the thing on, and add inverse kinematics. And I'll be very disappointed with things not working. Let's go put that at the top. It still doesn't work. IK. So checking rotation kind of gives us that thing that we're going. Weight position, no. Influence, use tail. If I don't use tail, nothing will happen. I don't think chain length the one. Actually, tell you what, no. The copy transforms work. No, copy transforms work well here. But there's another I can probably do. Local space. Local space. What I can do is probably select this main thruster, Shift S. Control Shift C, and this is where I'm gonna add the inverse kinematics. So that there. But apparently not. Needs to be properly aligned. Oh, I did not take it off. So what I'm gonna do, tab both of these guys. Let me just go and extrude a bone, 2 bones on both of those. I'm gonna Alt P, disconnected bone, GY. And then move that right there. I'm gonna parent this to here. So back, top, underscore IK. And F2, back button, underscore IK. I'm gonna inverse kinematics that. Control Shift C, inverse kinematics, and those two should follow like so. And then I can move this one. So there we go. And this one. Okay, is copy transforms? No, they don't have copy transforms apparently. Copy transforms. Local space, local space. Just gonna put that at the top so that we have that going on. Probably gonna limit location of this one. Like the one that controls 2 bones. Limit location. Limit location. And just check everything for the location. Make this local space and also affect transform so that the transform, it should just stick to 0. But yeah, right here in the transform, it sticks to 0. Whereas if this is unchecked, the transforms right here will change, and we don't want that because that will be counted in the animation as well. So let's see, copy transforms now. If we don't, before original. Oh yeah, it's really stuck to the inverse kinematics here. So even rotating it here. Like I said, it's an experiment. Maybe instead of using that one, we're just gonna stick with the inverse kinematics. Yeah, that's probably going to be the case. So I'm probably gonna delete this. And we're gonna stick to inverse kinematics because I think it's easier to control. The only downside of it is that, hey, maybe I can't. No. Wait, there's probably a way. Limit location. Limit location. Affect transforms. I want to try, what is this? Yep, definitely we can do that. Custom space, we're gonna go select the Desert Surfer as the custom space. I tell you what, armature. Now we're gonna select the main bone. Or maybe not. Tell you what, the best way to do this. Fin back bottom dot L. It might go crazy though. But yeah, limit location minimum, like the maximum Z is set to 0. See? As you can see, it's set to 0, so the maximum Z will be stuck right there. And it should be the case wherever we move. I just need to parent the others to the main bone right here. Control P, keep offset. And I think all the others will also be parented to the main bone right here. keep offset. And there we go. It's finally gone crazy because we did like a double negative thing. Never mind. Nope. Oh no. Oh no. What's going on here? It has gone crazy, probably because the inverse kinematics is not. Oh, okay. Control Z. Gonna Control Z this. Come on. Go back there. And it's going crazy because the chain length it wasn't set properly. Here. Maybe. There we go. It's fixed. Chain length set to 1. Set to 1. Oh, because we set the desert surfer as the... Okay, let's try to do that on the main bone. Like this, instead of pin back bottom, we're gonna go main bone. There we go. It's behaving not quite well, apparently. Okay, it works, I guess, but I can delete this now. I don't need that bone. Huh, okay. Setting it to the main bone here loses its effect for some reason. Because I want this to be stuck like right at the bottom there. But how do we do that? One other thing I kind of want to Shift S cursor to selected right here on that spot. And I can probably add a Shift A. I'll Control Tab to object mode first. Shift A, I'm going to add an empty plane axis. Just make that smaller down here. Also gonna viewport display, set it to in front, so it's always in front. And this is just a test, so fin, back, bottom, limit, lock. And we're gonna tab to this one. We're gonna make sure that this is parented to the bone here. Yeah, bone. To the main bone. Total tab. Let's set the fin, back, bottom, lock. Let's see. It works. We move here. Huh, okay. Apparently not. Why is this? Probably because it's parented to the main bone. Okay, Alt P. We're gonna figure this out. Once we figured it out, it's going to probably be easy to imagine what's gonna happen to the other bones. So I'm just gonna Control P, set parent it to the object. It's still not moving the way we want it to. And it's stuck there. Because we parented to the object. Oh well. Parenting it to the bone causes issues. Oh, Control Tab, Control P, bone. This may be it. This may be it. Okay, there we go. Finally, it works. There we go. So it has to be properly parented to bone on the post mode. So this controls this, but it's got limit rotation, limit location on a custom space, which is this empty as the basis. And now I cannot go far right there. I'm also gonna try and go add a limit location on the x-axis here so that it doesn't go too far towards each other, like the fins. So negative, I'm just gonna go move it to the middle here, this one. Copy the x-axis right here, Control Z. And then we're gonna go minimum and do that. And it should, okay, maybe we can go further. Too far. I'm gonna go XYZ here. Okay, that's apparently inaccurate. The location there at the top. It's kind of disappointing. I wanted to stop right here. Yeah, they're both in meters. So yeah, Blender sometimes is confusing. Control C, this. That's the exact location. Come on. No. Control C, and then Control V. Yeah. I guess we still need to go do it by eye for some reason, because this is not working. Like, that's in meters. This is also in meters. But when I apply the limit location, they're not the same for some reason. So that's something that I don't know, but I do hope you get the idea here. I'm using this to control the fins, and this is going to be applied to like both of the fins here, so that the movement is nice. I'm also gonna add another empty actually. I'm just gonna shift D this, shift D. Put that there for a while. Shift S, cursor selected on this one. Shift S, selection to cursor to that, so that it aligns with this bone. And then I gotta rename it to top. Caps locks on again. Keyboards, it's so caps lock so soft on a keyboard. And then I'm gonna go limit location. With this one, local space, and then probably need to copy the same thing. It's not local space. I just need to copy this one. So Control C, copy selected constraint, limit location. Okay. Top. Okay. Selecting top. We need to select that one. That should be fine. Now, as you can see, or not, because we need to reverse. This should be minimum Z. There we go. You can see that looks nice. And if I save a backup here, so we can come back to this later. Backup 7. And then I'm gonna go back to the original file. And if we this is just a test. I'm gonna parent the mesh to the bone, Control P, with empty groups. And actually, we're gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here because there's still a bunch of stuff that we need to do. This is probably going to be part 1 of the rigging. Tomorrow, I will show you part 2. Or there's going to be a recording for part 2. But yeah, the live stream will cover part 1 and the recording part 2. Because there's still a bunch of stuff that I want to share with the rigging of this thing that might help you guys as well. But yeah, we did some trial and errors, and we are at this point where this is functioning the way we want. If you imagine like this fin being parented to those bones, you can kind of understand what this does. So that, we only have to we're gonna be just manipulating one bone when we like if it turns, the fins will also turn that way, and then the fin goes up that way. If we will, yeah, it's going to be a nice rig, I think. For now, I think that's all. Part 2 will be a recorded video. But part 1, this is it. We've set up the base bones. Maybe the deform bones right here. The control bones will have to be unchecked deform here. We'll have to uncheck the deform right there for the deform bones. Let's see. We already created that. I'm gonna have to go back to the backup here. Don't save. Control Shift S. Oh, Control Shift S. Control Shift S. And we're gonna go save it as a Desert Surfer. We're gonna overwrite the ones that we kind of messed up there. So yeah, these are not deform bones, so I'm just gonna go to the bone properties here and uncheck deform. Same goes for the others. And these are just the deform bones. So yeah, that's all for now. We're gonna be continuing this on a recorded video. Thank you so much for stopping by, all of you, to Mary Potter, to Jane, to J Studio PH, and Mbuddy. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hopefully I shared something, even though the stream's kind of messy right now. You know, at the end part. But yeah, hopefully I managed to share something great today on this stream, on my sharing my workflow and creating some assets for an animation. And yeah, next part we're gonna be continuing the rigging. We're gonna be parenting the desert surfer onto the mesh. I'm gonna finish. Gonna parent the mesh to the armature, and then I'm gonna finish the constraints, setting up the constraints, and it's gonna be recorded. It's gonna be released, or I'm gonna upload it tomorrow probably. I'm gonna keep going today. But yeah, for now that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Also, a huge thanks to those who supported me through KoFi, to Handsomeness Jubin, yaejinssi, Erick Madrigal, Fritz, to Elizabeth Munie, Magnolia Weathershield, CQ Star, Jane, Tristan Wintle, Mbuddy, and GulliermoGage. Thank you so much. They supported me through ko-fi.com/Doodle Productions. And if you want to support me in my endeavor, want to see more stuff like this, and you don't want it to stop, this is the best place for it. To help me, be able to do that. But yeah, that's all for now. Follow Doodle Productions everywhere on the internet. And yeah, my name is MJ Vilches. And yeah, see you on the next part. Bye.